Hey everyone, the Xiaomi Pad 5 was first introduced in China and is now launching internationally. It's a sleek, high-performance tablet that has a lot of features for a pretty low price. So what exactly are you getting here? I'm Angie for GSM Arena, and this is our review of the Xiaomi Pad 5. First off, the Pad 5 is a Wi-Fi only model. Xiaomi does have the Pad 5 Pro with 5G, but they're not releasing it outside of China just yet. The Pad 5 is a very elegant tablet and it's easy to like. The aluminum frame has a brushed finish and is flat all around the device. There is a matte piece of plastic that covers the rest of the aluminum chassis on the back, and internationally it comes in pearl white like what we have here, or cosmic gray. The design choice that might annoy you the most is that the camera piece juts out a little. On a tablet, especially one with pen support, you don't want any wobbling, so a flush camera would have been much better. On the front, you'll find very thin bezels. While it collects fingerprints like crazy, it's easy to clean. As a whole, the Pad 5 is lightweight and properly balanced. It's easy to hold and provides solid grip too. On the bottom, you'll find the USB-C port. The left side of the tablet has 3 small pogo pins, where you can attach the optional magnetic keyboard case, and on the right you'll find the volume keys. The power key is on the top. Here I should mention that there's no fingerprint reader and that Face Unlock doesn't have any security beyond the front camera. Still, you might want to use it since it's more convenient than a PIN or a password. The 11-inch IPS LCD panel has a pixel density of 274 ppi, which is in line with the competition. It supports 10-bit color, so you'll get a possible 1 billion colors. There are 3 color modes available. The default one is Vivid mode. It's fairly accurate, save for slightly bluish whites. If you opt for a warm color temperature, it's even better. In the screen settings, you'll also find an adaptive colors option, which adjusts colors based on ambient light, much like Apple's True Tone. The display reaches a very good 478 nits of max brightness, and we had no issues even on very bright days. There are very deep blacks here and there's a great contrast ratio. The LCD panel has a 120Hz refresh rate, and you can choose whether the screen should be at 60Hz or 120Hz. There's no adaptiveness if you choose the high refresh rate, so it'll stay at 120Hz all the time unless you're watching a video. The Pad 5 supports Dolby Vision and HDR10 and comes with Widevine L1 DRM. It's nice to know that out of the box you can enjoy max quality from all streaming services. The Pad 5 supports Xiaomi Smart Pen, which is sold separately. It's unusually expensive for a Xiaomi product, but the Pad 5 pre-orders get it bundled. The pen is minimalistic with a solid feel and a matte finish. On it, you'll find 2 keys with predefined functionality. The bottom key allows for a quick notes or a brush change, while the top one lets you take quick screenshots or change the color of a brush. The screen supports 4096 pressure levels and reads the stylus with a 240Hz sampling rate, which makes writing and drawing feel more natural. On the right side of the Pad 5, you'll find a magnetic dock where the pen recharges. 1 minute of charging gives you 20 minutes of writing. When the battery dies, the stylus doesn't work at all, so you'll have to be a little patient. There's an improved Notes app that's optimized for the Smart Pen. Along with all of the features that you'll find on the smartphone version, now there's handwriting support and a couple of different brushes to choose from. On the Pad 5, you'll find 4 symmetrical speakers with Dolby Atmos support. They had very good loudness in our tests and have an incredibly balanced output. You should keep Dolby Atmos turned on because it makes for a vastly better sound experience. With it on, you'll hear more bass and nicer midtones. One of the highlights of the Xiaomi Pad 5 is the Snapdragon 860 chipset. The Pad 5 offers fast and lag-free performance, and it was noticeably better than the Galaxy Tab S7 FE, which is nearly double the price. We are happy to report that the tablet aced our hour-long stress test too. The tablet comes with 6GB of RAM and either 128 or 256GB of UFS 3.1 base storage. There's no expandable storage here, and you should also know that this device is Wi-Fi only and there's no GPS. Now, if you live in Asia, you can go with the Pro model, which has 5G support and GPS, along with 8 speakers instead of 4 and a higher-end dual camera setup on the back. The 8,720 mAh battery got it 14 hours and 31 minutes on our web browsing test, and 14 hours and 2 minutes on our video playback test. These are great numbers for a tablet. Our tablet is bundled with a 22.5 watt charger, and it got the battery from 0 to 27% in 30 minutes, while a full charge requires 2 hours. We also tried how fast the charging is with a 33 watt Xiaomi charger of our own, as the Chinese model is advertised to support that. We were pleasantly surprised to get 30% faster charging this way. On the software side, you get Android 11 out of the box with a tablet-oriented MIUI 12.5 on top. MIUI 13 should arrive by the end of the year, and this tablet should be among the first devices to get it. The interface has been stretched to fit tablet needs, and you'll find tablet-appropriate notification and control centers. You can summon notifications from the top left, while the control center comes down from the top right. When using the task switcher, things are pretty much the same, except it can fit in more app cards than on a phone. Really, everything is very familiar if you used MIUI recently. Perhaps the biggest difference is how much you can customize the interface. There's no Themes app here, nor can you take advantage of MIUI 12 super wallpapers, and we're not sure if this is a tablet thing or a regional limitation. There's a single 13 megapixel camera with a dual LED flash on the back of the tablet. During the day, photos were outstanding. They have a ton of detail, excellent foliage presentation, and balanced sharpness. The dynamic range is wide, contrast is excellent, and colors are lively. These photos are more natural looking than a lot of high-end cameras, and we really appreciate it. In low light, images were okay. They had good color saturation and balanced noise reduction, but we recommend using night mode because in regular photo mode, images are underexposed. With night mode switched on, the exposure was excellent. Saturation, contrast, and dynamic range were praiseworthy too. The photos are softer than we'd like, but they look good on the tablet screen and on social networks, so that should be fine for most use cases. Arguably, the 8 megapixel front camera might be more important than the one on the back. You're more likely to spend a lot of time on video calls with your friends than lugging it around to take pictures of the scenery. So we're happy to say that the selfies we took are good. Subjects are detailed, colors are true to life, and the contrast is okay. It's actually one of the better front shooters that we've seen from Xiaomi. The rear cam can capture videos at up to 4K at 30 FPS, while the front camera is limited to Full HD. 4K videos had good detail and sharpness, and we like the colors too. The dynamic range was above average, and footage doesn't look overly processed. In low light, 4K videos weren't bad. Footage is quite dark and the colors aren't amazing, but there's enough detail and the clips themselves were pretty usable. The Xiaomi Pad 5 has a lot to offer, and it strikes an amazing balance between features and price. The screen is superb, the speakers are excellent, and performance is great. The Smart Pen is a very convenient addition too, though you should probably get it bundled rather than on its own, because it's a little expensive otherwise. While not without its competition, the Xiaomi Pad 5 is one of the best Android tablets that you're gonna find, under 400 euros, and we easily recommend it. I love that Android tablets are getting better and better, and I hope that with this, the market becomes more competitive. Because really, I think that it's high time that someone gave iPads a run for their money. Yeah, that's a pretty tall order, but at the very least, we as consumers are gonna benefit from the increased competition. Thank you for watching, everyone, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.